Hey, Albert, what is this all about? What's going on here?
Man, it's Wood Series.
Maker's Mark Wood Series. Chad, this is Albert.
We're the Bourbon Doctors.
We're going to talk a little bit about this because there's a new one out that I have not tried. You have.
Yep.
I love Makers, and I love almost all their products.
Yes.
There really isn't much that I've had that's bad. It's even its base makes a great cocktail, but most of their stuff, and I've had a number of store picks. 2 years ago, we had the FAE series, the 1 and 2.
Yes.
Fantastic.
They were delicious.
Both of them were just awesome.
The 2 was a French oak stave. I think that's right here.
Yeah, you got the 2,
Yeah,
and I had the 1, but it's gone.
And I've been holding on to this one because I really like it, so I've only been nipping at it.
That's the
here
one
and
I
there.
found in that little liquor store up in Northern
Yeah.
Minnesota. And then last year, in my opinion, they took a little bit of a step down.
Yeah.
BRT, they weren't bad.
They weren't good.
But they weren't as good as the FAE for sure.
Good.
And in fact, I've had a lot of Makers store picks and other things that I thought were a lot better than the BRT series.
Yeah. I think you have the BRT 1 at your house. I have the BRT 2. I think of the 2, I liked the BRT 2 better.
Yeah.
But both of them were like licking a 2x4. They were so wood stave heavy, so over oak that they weren't in my wheelhouse.
You licked a 2x4?
You haven't?
No.
Eh, weird.
Not that I know.
So this year,
this is your house too. You can't tell since it's
we are at a new location.
We're in Albert's house. We don't give you the address or anything because we don't want you to like.
That'd be weird. Let's stop being weird.
Yeah.
But back to the wood staves. This year we have the BEP.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
What is BEP?
All I know is it's 110.7 proof, and I've already said
that's a nice sweet spot.
It's delicious. Yeah, I will say, for me, like 110 to 120 is really the sweet spot. Don't get me wrong. I'll certainly drink some 90 proof, some 100 proof bourbons.
I'll drink 120, 130.
And I'll drink a 130. You bet.
I showed you that one I saw the other day at 160.
160.
That's a bit
much. That's just excessive. But so the BEP just came out this year.
Here's what it says: expression with prominent wood sugars, bringing forth strong notes of vanilla, caramel, and sweet spice. Well, we will find out.
We will find out
if it's as good as advertised.
Let's taste a little of the BEP. Hey guys, we wanted to let you know that Beer, Brats, and Bourbon, our favorite charity event, is coming up, and you should see what you can do to get tickets.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. This is where it all started, man.
Okay.
This is where the Bourbon Doctors started.
That is all true. That is all true.
Just like, hey, I just started off, the Holy Works, but this is where the Bourbon Doctors started, was at Beer, Brats, and Bourbon.
We got our start pouring bourbon for this charity event, many years ago.
It feeds hungry kids.
It does.
What more noble cause is that, other than healing the sick?
They put on a great live event where we pour bourbon. There is a silent auction. There's, if I remember,
music.
There's tons of bourbon bottles that you can win. There's food. There's live music. It's a great event. One of the packages that we're going to be putting out, this is the Bourbon Doctors package.
If you like any of these.
Buffalo Trace, Blanton's, and a bottle of the ECB PA123 will all be in one of our packages for silent auction. So Thursday.
That's a Magnum too.
Let's
notice.
That's a big buff.
How can you get? It isn't often you see that.
Well, it's not often you get to buy a bottle of Blanton's either. So this will all be available for charity. You also will get 2 Bourbon Doctor shirts.
And what you're doing, you're feeding hungry kids. Remember.
You're feeding hungry kids. There will be a link in the description below to the event website, so you can go and get tickets. Tickets are on sale soon, if not already. It's a great cause. It's a great event. Please come show your support. Come hang out with us and drink some bourbon.
Yeah, hang out with us too and tell us what you think. And
now,
where'd the price go on that?
This was like $70.
Because I think I paid about $50. when I bought the FAEs 2 years
Yeah.
ago.
I mean,
It's the same thing. Everything's
inflation's a
going up.
thing, man. Inflation's a thing. So,
Is corn get more expensive?
no, but you know, there's the glass shortage, the barrel shortage. There's all kinds of things that are coming into play.
Are you a supply chain guy?
Yeah, in my spare time.
Okay.
So this is BEP. We're not gonna blind
It's in
them.
French oak
whatever.
States. Yeah, it's just we're gonna talk
Is
a
it
little
French?
bit.
No, French oak is the
No,
FAE.
this one is also,
Is it also
virgin oak. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Barrel finished with 10 virgin oak staves. I think that means not
Oh,
charred.
non-charred.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. A little bit of oak on the nose.
A little bit, but I'm getting a lot of fruit too. A lot of sweetness, which is, to me,
Yeah.
it's a maker's mark thing. You always get that wheated bourbons are so much sweeter.
I frequently
Yeah.
talk of a wheated bourbon, especially Maker's Mark, has a certain funk to it. I don't get a lot of that on the nose. Oh, this is caramelly sweet on the nose. Yeah, like caramel and oak. That's what I get on the nose.
Too much wood.
Really, I don't think so.
I at least I'll have another sip. That first sip, I was like, "What'd you say? You licked a 2x4?"
Looked at 2 before.
I'm going there.
So now I think-
it's so woody. I'm
Now
like,
I think,
God.
okay, here we go.
Are we gonna put it
So-
against the BRT?
So I mean, I think if you think that's too woody, let's remind ourselves. And you know, I don't think this is worth.
No, it's too woody, dude.
Really?
Yeah,
I
in
don't
my
know.
opinion. So which one do you want me to try it with? The BRT?
Yeah. See, to me, this is very sweet. Honey, caramel, vanilla. Sure, I get all that. There is some
Oh.
oak that I get off of this, but I don't find it offensive. Right now,
I don't know.
compare that to the BRT.
Not much difference.
Really? Okay. Now let's.
Throw the BRT in there.
We'll try it. Now, this isn't really like we're not comparing these.
This isn't scientific, we're
No.
not rant blinding this.
But also, we know that these were limited products. So if you didn't get a BRT last year, you're not going to get one this year.
Yeah.
And the
it's done.
same with the FAE. God, this is so much more wood to me. Just on the nose. Oh God, yeah. See, I find that offensive.
The BRT, huh?
The BRT to me is just
I don't
straight
know,
wood,
man. I mean, I was really fired up to try to find a bottle of this BEP.
and you don't love it.
I'm not.
Interesting.
No.
So I
I'm
really
not.
like
I mean,
the
and that's
BEP.
me. I mean, I do think it's really, really woody for a maker's product. Like,
Oh, for sure.
I don't know what they did when they made the FAEs. Those were so good.
Yep.
So good. And this is not as good.
Interesting. So I
in
would
my
say
opinion.
of the three, the FAE series is by far my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
The BEP I think is really it's good. I think it's different than traditional Maker's Mark. Would I rather drink this or a Cask 46?
Oh, Cask 46.
Cask 46
All
every
day.
time, every time, all day long. But even Cask 46 is harder to find now, and I don't know if they're still releasing it. I haven't seen it in a liquor
I
store in
haven't seen
quite
it
a
in
while.
Yeah.
The Cask Strength Regular I still see quite a bit.
Cask regular, I can find
And
it
regular
all day
46 I see, but I haven't seen a Cask Strength 46 in a while. So,
long. You know what'd be fun? Mix the 46 in the cask. Just the maker's
Oh,
Mark 46 and
regular
mix it with
46.
the regular cask strength.
oh, that's not a bad idea.
I wonder, and compare it to the 46 cask.
That's not a bad idea, Chad. I like that
It'd
idea.
be fun to do. I just thought of it.
Yeah, we should try that. Because, I mean,
That'd be a cool tasting.
I
actually.
prefer the profile of the 46, but in the Cask Strength. So
Yeah.
if you can't get Cask Strength 46, what if you... I mean, so I guess...
If you're in the store and they got 46 in cask strength, but they don't have 46 cask, but if you buy them both and just sort of
Mix
throw
them.
50-50, how's that work? I mean, I don't know.
Coming soon.
It's right off the top of my head.
Yeah,
which
coming
is-
soon. We'll try this out.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
your takeaway on the BEP
My
is a
takeaway on
no.
the BEP is FAE's better. I probably am not going to buy it if I find it. I think there's way better makers products out there. I think that I've got some store picks that I get down in the Des Moines area that are just fantastic in makers.
I find the
think
maker store picks to be hit or miss, though.
Yeah, I've got a really good one.
You know, and so I've had really good ones, and I've had ones that I'm like, this is
So I think
Not that great.
246 cask, if you can get it, is better.
better. So
I think the FAE was better than the 46 cask.
I think so.
It's right up there.
It's right up there. The rumor is that the BEP is the last of their wood finishing products.
Okay, they haven't been doing it as well.
And maybe
Last
that's
2 years. I mean, the BRTs
We're
I
not-
think
not
is
great.
good, and I don't know that this is as good.
no. I think this is. I would buy the BEP over a regular makers.
Just a regular makers.
Yeah, regular makers.
Oh yeah.
And maybe a maker's cast strength. I believe these are 110 proof, and I think that's what the cast strength is too. Yeah, the cast strength's 112. It's right behind us. Yeah, but you're right. The 46 cask is better. Maybe this is an appropriate end for the Woods finishing
Yeah,
series.
time to
Maybe
end.
it's run its
It's
course.
kind of like when you've done the 6th Rocky
Yeah, Rocky should have ended at 4.
or 3. 3 was Mr. T, right? Clubber Lang.
Yeah, 3. 4
4 was when he fought the Russian.
Russian.
guy.
Yeah, and I thought that one
Maybe
was.
4 was pushing it, but definitely 5 and 6.
Oh, 5 never happened.
No.
5 didn't even exist in my mind.
So it's kind of like
Yeah.
maybe the Rocky or Rambo
right.
series. It's time to be done.
What's the equivalent now? The for the new generation is the Fast series. They're on like 10.
Fast and Furious? Yeah.
Yeah, it's too much.
Time to be done.
Time to be done. Maybe Maker's
Try
Mark.
something new.
Time to be done.
Try something new, Makers Mark. I love your stuff.
Yeah.
Just not this.
Trying to try something different. Well, that's our take on the BEP. Let us know what you think about Maker's Mark, BEP, the wood finishing series, and potentially the end of the wood finishing series. That's Chad. I'm Albert. We're the Bourbon Doctors.
Like, subscribe,
Comment.
let us know what you think if you've had these. And remember,
Bourbon is for drinking.
cheers.